Thank you. Finally, I've been trying to go live for like 4 minutes now. Man, it's crazy. So all I had to do was switch to Chrome. That's crazy. But hey, welcome back. I hope you guys saw the first one. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about dating again. Well, the dating apps. Hold on, let me turn my sound off. Oh, hold on. I'm watching myself, which now I know not to do. Okay, so let's get down to business. Okay. So earlier we were talking about dating apps and like, yo, these dating apps really suck. And it's not so much the apps themselves, but like it's the way we basically maneuver on the apps. And I'm talking about men and women. Uh the way we maneuver and the way we present ourselves is probably the key thing that really makes these apps um not work because we're already dealing with a barrier, a social barrier. When you're on these apps, you're already dealing with, you don't really know the person, you can't really talk to the person, you don't know how that person sounds. uh you can read a profile, but you don't know the tone of their voice, you don't know their tone. And those are like subtle things like that, like tone and and just tone alone will, tells you a whole lot about a person. You listen to a tone of a person's voice, you can hear what they mean sometimes, when they say certain things. Now, not all the time, but at least you can pick up on certain social cues. And with the dating apps, uh, it doesn't really help you pick up on a lot of social cues. So you have to be very careful on how you present yourself, what you say on those apps, as far as what you're typing out on your bios, and uh, the things that you're presenting, even the pictures that you take. You have to be a lot careful because remember, we're only picking up on social cues. um, you know, the little gestures you make are important because they're going to say everything that a person needs to needs to hear. When they see a certain gesture that you make, or a certain pose that you make, or the clothes that you're wearing, you're 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 giving off social cues, as much as possible. You know what I mean? Those are cues that people are picking up on. So they're going to suggest that people are going to make, they're going to judge you. They're going to judge you. That's what it is. That's just what it is. You're going to be judged by how you look, how you present yourself, what you say, how you say it. So you got to be very careful, on these dating apps. I know we were talking about makeup and not just makeup. We started on talking about those emojis and stuff, as far as, and filters, using filters, as far as, how some people will put the horns on their heads, and they'll put the puppy mouth, I guess, or some bunny ears or whatever. And I was just saying how, I was talking about, you know the dating app is an adult place. So you want to come off as an adult. You want people to, of course, you want people to know that you're a fun person, but at the same time, there's a there's a there's an in between thing where you want to give off that, you know what, I'm a mature person, I can make mature decisions. I'm a trustworthy person. You want people, those are the things that you want people to know about you first. They should know that you're fun too, but I think people should know that you're a fun person, maybe last. That may be the last thing, or not necessarily the last thing. I think if you're a fun person, it's just going to come out that you're a fun person. you know but that's not the thing you should push, if that makes sense. I think the thing that you should push is, I'm an honest person. If you're an honest person. Now, if you're not an honest person, please don't try to push, don't lie to people, you know. So, and that may be a struggle of yours. Honesty is maybe a struggle of yours. I've dealt with women who lied a lot, you know what I'm saying? I've dealt with women who had, and they were good people. It's just they just had, whenever they were afraid of something or afraid to tell me something, they would just make up some lie. And, I know that they're lying, it's not hard to tell if a person is lying all the time, because most people who lie consistently don't really tell good lies. You know, they just lie. So, um, yeah, picking up on social cues is something that we need to be able to do a lot more. Maybe as we get into this whole metaverse thing, when we might start seeing more, we might be able to have more, get a more realistic view or feel of a person. We might be able to pick up on those social cues a little bit more. But as of right now, we're not in that realm right now where we can pick up on a lot of social cues. It's just more of, okay, this is what they're saying in their bio, and I have to kind of figure how they're saying it, you know. So so in these days, we have to be very careful about what we say and how we're saying what we're saying. And a lot of times, how you say it is more important than what you're saying, if that makes sense. Like, there's a way to get your point across, but without coming off brash, without coming off rude, or coming off like you're snappy, or you're being, how y'all girls do all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to do that. And I'm not. This is not about women, because guys, there's things that we do that we can probably come off a little bit too harsh or whatever, and say, you know what I mean? Like that's not the feel. You know what I'm saying? You definitely want people to be able to vibe with you, and you want people to be able to to be able to get the essence of who you are, the good part of who you are, at least, you know what I'm saying? um yeah, so um I had a whole lot to say, and I'm trying to remember everything that I was going to say about this whole thing, because um oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, so I'm looking through, you going a lot of times I'm going through the different photos or the different profiles on these dating apps. And one thing I am noticing is, like, people are like really people it's good to have high self-esteem. It is really good to have high self-esteem about yourself. But y- I think there's levels to this thing. Like, you have to really know where you stand. And how do I say this? All right. Every man is not the most handsome man in the world. You know what I'm saying? Every woman is not the most beautiful woman in the world. Okay. There's levels, you know what I'm saying? There's guys that are more handsome than me. There's guys that are less handsome than me. I really don't care, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't really matter. I know where I stand, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, in that, I know how to rate. I feel like I know how to rate myself real well. I don't feel like I overestimate myself a whole lot. I think I'm a nice guy. I try to, do what I can, I kind of have an idea of what kind of girls I can attract, and what kind of women I can attract, and what kind of women I can't attract. You know what I'm saying? We all have our limits. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we shouldn't be afraid of, or something that we should shy away from. You should know your limits. You should know, okay, this girl I can never be with. And you should be fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I'm gonna be honest. With men, it's a little bit different, because women have a wider range than we do as far as selection. Well, I'll say this. Women are very picky, but they're picky based upon different things than men are. You know what I'm saying? Like men are solely gonna pick on looks for the most part, that's just looks is just what it is. Your personality plays a role in it. Your personality basically plays a role in how long you're gonna be around. But your looks is what's gonna grab, what I'm saying? A lot of women can get taken by a man, you know what I'm saying? But how long will that man wanna keep them? And that's based on your personality and all the other stuff that like if you're a piece of work to deal with, a man might not want to keep you around that long. You know what I'm saying? He might decide, you know what, she's not the one for me. And you know at first, when he first saw you, you was probably the most beautiful thing in the world to him. But after dealing with you, he's probably like turned off. He's like, nah, it ain't worth that. You know what I'm saying? So uh I know with women have a broader range. Women have they're able to date guys who may not look as good as well, you can't really date women are able to date guys who don't look like they can be with them, if that makes sense, a lot better. Because most of y'all are looking for other things, and most of y'all looking for either protection or you're looking for security, mostly security. Mostly women look for security in different ways, whether it be financial, whether it be a guy who may be more physically he looks more physically what do you say, built or strong or whatever, you know, that may attract a woman. Um, Women do go for personality, but personality is a lot stronger for women. Like personality might be able to win a woman over a lot more than personality winning a man over. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can have a good personality, and if she's looking kind of, dudes might be like, "Yo, she's a cool person. I like hanging with her," but that's not gonna be my girl or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But as for a woman might be like, he's not that cute, but he has a really nice personality. And, eventually that guy, there's a possibility that guy can win her over. She might even friend zone the dude, but like if the guy has good enough game, he might be able to win her over. You know what I'm saying? So women can't win guys over the way that guys can win women over. It's not an equal playing field when it comes to that, because men and women like different things. Like men and women are built differently, and there's just certain things that men aren't going to change. Like there's certain things about men that it's not going to change with men. You know, if a man doesn't like something, he's probably not gonna ever go for it. More so, men are a little bit more stubborn in those areas than women are. Women will probably, you can kind of bend them a little, not bend them. How do I say? Like women change. Women can change to an extent. To an extent. So I don't want to just make that law or anything, or say that all women are this and all men are that, because that's not the truth. People are different, and we have our little quirks or whatever. But going back to what I really wanted to get at is, yeah, we all need to know where we stand uh in the beauty scale, and as far as, all right, look, I know if you're a lady, you say, okay, yeah, I know I might have pretty eyes or whatever, but there's a lot of women that look way better than me, and there's a certain amount of women that don't look as good as me. Um, this is the kind of man that I could probably get. You know what I'm saying? Just because I look this way. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with men. Men, you need to look. Well, I'm not gonna say you need to, but men, we need to look at it like this. Okay. All right, I look a certain way. There's men that look more handsome than me. There's men that are not as handsome than me. But we also have to take into account, okay, uh, this is the type of job I have. This is the type of money I make. All right. So that plays a role into what type of woman we can get and what type of woman we can't get. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I think the other thing is you need to look at, for men, we have to look at, okay, there's different levels of masculinity though too. You know what I mean? There's guys who are who are, I say, much more uh I can't say much more masculine, because that's I don't think that's necessarily the right word to say. I think we could say there are men who are more assertive, you know what I'm saying, than others, you know. So, and that may be something that may be appealing to women, that okay, this guy, he may or may not look a certain way. He might look, he might look, certain, he might look good to women, he might not look good to women. But the thing that attracts to women is his assertiveness, so that's something you have to understand. Okay. So if you're a guy and you want to approach a certain woman, you have to be able to know, okay, this woman probably wants a guy who is a lot more assertive than I am. Or maybe you are that guy. Maybe you are very assertive and you know that you can attract her. You know what I'm saying? So your assertiveness, um, how you deal with other men, um, are you the type of person that backs down around other men? Because there are guys who may who are, when they're around other men, they play a lesser role, or they play a more background role, or there are men who are very boisterous. They speak up all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't mean that they're more manly or anything. It's just that's just part of their nature. They speak up a lot more than other guys do. Um, and then there's guys who are very quiet, but they're very assertive, but very quiet with it. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways that men approach assertiveness. Um, so going back to women, uh, as far as women, know what you can get and know what's out of your reach. That's just the honest truth. There's certain guys that are just out of your reach. Just like for men, there are certain women that are out of your reach. I'm not afraid to say it. I know there are certain women that are out of my reach. I'm just probably not going to get them. You know what I'm saying? Now, uh, it doesn't mean that I won't try, because sometimes you just never know. You should always at least put a little something out there and let them know, hey, look, I'm interested, but you got to be able to take it if they're not, you know what I'm saying? Because, you got to understand, you got to be like, hey, if it don't work out, I tried, I tried and it didn't work out, but you got to know, you can't be out there looking for this dime piece and you just look like trash. I mean, that's just what it is. You can't go out there. A man shouldn't be going out there looking for this woman that just like, she look like a model. She look like, you know, she just the baddest joint you can find, and you just look like trash. And the same thing with women. You can't be looking for a Michael B. Jordan type guy, or whatever type of, I don't know what women like or whatever, but whatever type of women, whatever type of man that women like, you can't be looking for that guy and you look like trash. You know what I'm saying? Or you're not fit. You don't look the part, because a guy that can get guys that can pull women, guys that pull women like all the time, they they're only getting a certain caliber of women. And they're not even looking at you. You know what I'm saying? They're not even looking at at average looking women, or women that are below average looking women. You're not even in the thought. Like, even if you're around them, and it doesn't matter how much money you got, it doesn't matter, how independent you are and all that kind of stuff. All that stuff goes right out the window with men. Men don't care about none of that stuff. Like we don't care about you can even dress nice or whatever. Um, we don't care about all that stuff. If we men who have been exposed to beautiful women, like I don't even want to say top notch because it personality can change all that. You know what I'm saying? But men who have who've experienced being with women who just are gorgeous. Uh, you it's like trying to get a crackhead to smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? You've already taken the strongest drug ever, and now somebody's offering you some weak drug. You know what I'm saying? I don't do drugs, but I'm just saying that it's just you can't go from cocaine to weed. You know what I'm saying? It's just and a lot of women out here, I'm sorry to say, are overestimating themselves, and they're trying to reach something that they look, you know, I know all we have is hope, but and I'm not saying it can't happen, but the probability of it happening is so slim to none. You know what I'm saying? It's Men have a better probability of like a bum looking guy has a better probability of hooking up with a baddie, with a bad woman, with a bad chick, you know what I'm saying? He has a better probability of hooking up with a bad chick than uh a bummy looking girl hooking up with that dude like a Michael B. Jordan type guy or some dude that just looked like he got it all together and all that kind of stuff. Cause it's just it's just the way that men work. We men don't settle in the same way that women settle. You know what I'm saying? Like women, women to some extent will settle. They'll settle for an ugly dude if he has something else to compensate for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see these baddies and they be with these funny looking guys, but the funny looking guys may have money or they they have something going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time they have something going on in their life where that makes the woman say, you know what? I can take that over that, you know what I'm saying? That compensates for their lack of physical appearance. Maybe the guy can dress. You know what I'm saying? There's some guys who look like their face don't be all that, but they can dress. They wear nice clothes. They you know what I'm saying, they put themselves together real nice and that compensates for them not, being physically attractive. Um and you know there's things like that, but that doesn't necessarily work when it comes to when men are looking at women. Like, there's some girls who know how to put themselves together, and maybe their face ain't all that great, but they got everything else together. But um I will say, well, there are ways to compensate, but long term, remember, I'm talking about long term. I'm not talking about just hookups and dudes just hooking up with you, because that's a whole nother thing. And if a dude is just if a dude 9 times out of 10 is hooking up with that kind of woman that may not look all that great but could put herself together or could do this, a lot of times he's doing that for short term. It's a short term type thing, and you know it's not necessarily I'm gonna marry this woman. This is the woman of my dreams, and we're gonna have children together and all that kind of stuff. At least not on purpose. You know what I'm saying? At least not on purpose, having children together and all that kind of stuff. If so, what I'm getting at is I'm talking about, you know, dating apps and dating for marriage. dating because I want to be married one day. I want to have children one day. I want to have a family. Um, I want to build with someone and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is not a conversation based on I want to date and I want to just kind of like have fun kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna have fun for a little while and let's see where it goes kind of thing. That's not what I'm talking about. So yeah, I think that's with the dating apps, we got to be very careful of how we present ourselves. um I said in the last video, yeah, let's lay off. Let's, not saying that women shouldn't wear makeup. I'm not saying that at all because I like makeup. I like it when a woman wears a little makeup. But you know I like it when a woman just accents, if she, let's say she has chinky eyes a little bit, accent the eyes, accent, the cheekbones a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Accent the good parts of you. If maybe you got some pretty eyebrows, well, accent. Now, hey, ladies, I'm gonna go back to them eyebrows, man. Them thick, big old eyebrows that y'all be doing, yo, please, ladies, stop that. Yo, them thick joints that look like magic marker. Yo, please, I'm begging y'all, stop that. Like, yo, I'm sure there's a way that y'all can do it where it looks real nice or whatever. But that whole magic marker thing, and then the eyelashes, yo, it's okay to wear eyelashes, but them big fuzzy joints, the joints that, yo, don't do too much. Don't do too much because we want to see your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Men want to see your eyes. If we can't see your eyes, like to me, like your eyes are going. A woman's eyes is very important, and that could be a deal breaker right there. Like if I can't see her eyes, I can't. I'm looking at her and I see these big old floppy joints all in the way. Yo, that's a distraction, and I'm just like, you know what? This woman is hiding something. That's the first thing I'm gonna be thinking. She's hiding something, and she probably don't look that good underneath all that, you know. And I mean, I don't. It's not to be mean or anything, but that's just kind of how we're geared. That's how men are geared. We're quick to say, you know what, she might not look. You know what I'm saying? She might not look that good under there, all under that. But yeah, So I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you haven't done it, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell below. Hit the bell below, and check out for more videos. Share this video with your friends, and have a good day.